because these are not natural feelings, you see. I'll show you what I mean by natural feelings. See, as in Daniel Goleman's book, Emotional Intelligence, when a need isn't getting met, it gives off energy, which we call feelings. The feelings tell us the need isn't getting met. They mobilize us for action, to get something done. So this wonderful energy gets channeled into need-serving action. See? So a dog gets hungry, and it doesn't just sit there and say, oh, wonderful, I'm hungry, you know. It starts to act for the purpose of getting some food. Any living phenomenon, this happens. The need, when it's not being met, needs an energy source, which is the feelings. But we human beings have had this trick played on us that I told you about earlier today. So the need isn't getting met, but we don't have a need consciousness. We've been educated not to be in touch with our needs, so we go to enemy images. He should. He's irresponsible. That's selfish. Shirking duties. We've had our head filled with thousands of these, you see. And when our head was filled this way, we are going to feel one of four feelings: depression, guilt, and shame, if we direct the judgment to ourselves. If I think I was irresponsible, I feel guilt, shame. If I think I'm a failure, depression. See? But if we direct it outward, anger. But notice what's happened. We're cut off from life. We're not really alive. We're not in touch with life. And then, what kind of energy does this give us? Punitive actions, not need-serving actions. We want to blame and punish this rascal. Yeah, there's a need down there and it isn't getting met, but we've lost connection with that. When we're up in our head judging the other person, all we want is to see that person suffer. Especially if we have the other dangerous word in our head along with the SH word, you see. So much of our violence comes from the SH word and the DE word. Deserve, yes. Deserve. All you got to do is think somebody deserves something, and oh, you're violent. See? Think that because somebody does something, they deserve to be rewarded. Think that because somebody does something, they deserve to suffer. They deserve to be punished. Very dangerous word. And put those two together. He's doing what he shouldn't. He deserves to. Okay, yes?
How does that fit with rewards?
Rewards are violent.
Violent?
Oh, yes.
Because they make a person feel obligated?
Because they are a part of power over. They're one person trying to use the power that they have over another person. See, so I have some money and you don't have. So I say, okay, if you do this, I'll give you the money. You need to eat. I say, I'm not going to give, unless you do this, I'm not going to give it to you. So that's a way of using power over people. If you want to see the violence of rewards, go into that a little bit more. Read Alfie Kohn's book. Alfie Kohn. Punished by Rewards. If you want to see how violent the DE word is, the deserve word, you see. Read Walter Kaufmann. Without Guilt and Justice. He's a philosophy professor, was a philosophy professor at Princeton. First half of the book, he just says from a philosophical point of view, just in terms of pure logic, pure rational, clear thinking, the DE word, deserve, violates every principle of clear thinking. To think that anybody deserves anything, he shows in the first half of his book, violates every principle of clear thinking. Then in the last half of the book, he shows then that it's no secret that our judicial system, our correctional system, is suicidal. Because it's based on a totally irrational concept, that people deserve to suffer for what they've done. So even though our own judicial system, our own statistics show that people are more violent when they get out of our prisons than when they go in, we never learn about this. It's hard to see that anytime you use punishment, it never works. Not if you're conscious at two levels. If you ask yourself two questions, you will see that punishment cannot work. Question number one, what do we want the other person to do? If you ask only that question, it tricks you into thinking that punishment sometimes works. Because sometimes through the use of punishment, you can get somebody to do something. But ask the second question and you see it never works. Second question, what do we want the other person's reasons to be for doing what we want them to do? Ask those two questions, no more punishment. Same with reward.